Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. We're doing a full body flexibility practice today. I'm just going to use my bolster, so if you do have something to lay on, feel free to grab something. A little bit of space to move would be great as well. And let's get started. So we will begin today laying down. So if you do want to lay on something, feel free to do so. And if you want to get into your hips at the start here, you might make a diamond shape with your legs. And you might be feeling a little bit of a back bend as well. If you are laying on top of something, you might even feel your shoulders, your chest if you're laying on something, so you can bring your arms out wide or up above the head. You might need to move around a little bit, find a comfortable place where you can relax and stay. But let your eyes close. And take a slow, deep breath in and out. And do that again. A nice, slow, deep breath in and out. Take one more breath. Inhale deeply. And exhale, let go of your day, your week. And just scan your body. Where are you feeling some extra love today? How is your breath? Is it smooth? Or maybe not? Or can you just soften your shoulders and your chest, your belly? And give yourself permission to slow down. As we begin to move, you might start with wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe bringing your feet back to the ground, bending the knees. If you are laying on top of something, you can sit up and slide it out. And then just lay flat on your back again. Hug your knees. Take a sway or rock side to side. But definitely feel your back against the ground. Now you can decide if you're gonna roll to one side or rock yourself forwards, but we're gonna come up to seated. And then we're gonna find a half straddle. So you can send your right leg out nice and wide and bend your left leg. So point your toes up of your right leg, your long leg. Think Finding some center through the upper body, through the hips. You're not tipping over more to one side than the other. If you do have something to lay on or rest on, you could have it in front of you. But maybe you stay sitting nice and tall. Maybe your leg is out so wide that you already feel the inner leg stretch, and this is as far as you go. Maybe the chest does go forwards a bit. Maybe until you're resting on something, but just keep pointing your toes up. Feel the length through the leg. And then if you are folding forwards, you might try to bring your left or your right arm, right leg out, right arm underneath the chest. Maybe bringing the ground towards you with a pillow of some kind, maybe using the ground, maybe skipping this part. Now, just another option, should you want to go a touch further, we could try to open our chest towards the left a little bit. And if you might even just kind of scooch that right arm over more, trying to get the shoulder down, your left hand, it could push into the ground a little bit. Maybe adding a bit of a twist. Still pointing those right toes up. And then just start to make your way back. The upper body is doing something other than sitting tall right now. Start to make your way back up so you're sitting tall again. And you can bring your right leg in. Give the knees a hug or a squeeze. We're just switching sides. So our left leg can go out nice and wide. How wide can it go? Point your toes up. Set up the right leg in front of you and maybe a pillow of some kind. Lengthening through the spine. And maybe you stay here. Maybe you do start to tip forwards. A touch. Maybe a little bit more as we stay here for a few moments. And if you did want to try to tuck the left arm, same arm as leg that's out to the side, just in case you're doing the other one, but underneath the chest. And keeping the chest just facing down, looking down. And then should you want to go a little bit further as you start to maybe turn your chest to the right a bit, you might try to move the arm a little bit too. Bring that shoulder down. Push into the right hand and still pointing those left toes up. And then let's use an inhale to help us find our way back. Unless you're already sitting nice and tall. Just start to find your way back. You can bring the legs together again. Give them a squeeze. Maybe take a rock or sway side to side. And just check in with how you're feeling so far. Now we're gonna be coming over into tabletop. So on our hands and knees, and you can bring your pillow if you've got one just to the top of the mat. Come onto your hands and knees first and maybe give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side. Now we're gonna be sliding our right knee forwards. And setting up for pigeon. You could sit on that right heel or it can be in front of the left hip. But you can lift up through the chest with our left leg back behind us. You can fold forwards here, maybe on top of your pillow. Get a little bit more comfortable. And feeling the sensations flowing throughout your leg. Close your eye. Just feel your breath. You might take another moment here before you start to lift back up. We might end up in our tabletop again on our hands and knees. Take a sway of the hips, shake it out a little bit, or be still. And then our left knee is going to slide forwards, setting up our pigeon. Or maybe you're sitting on your heel, half child's pose. Lift up through the chest. Stay here. Or maybe folding forwards and just getting right into it. Just you and your breath. Maybe another moment here. And then we can start to move again. Back to tabletop and taking a sway of the hips. Just notice how your legs are feeling now. And then we're going to stay on our knees. But we're going to try to bring our right shoulder and arm towards our left knee. And all the way to the ground. Or you could bring your pillow underneath. Rest your head as well. And then try to open your chest towards the left side too. So push into the fingertips. And maybe move the fingertips behind your head. To feel the twist, the shoulder. And take another breath. And then let an inhale help you Come back up, come out to tabletop again. Maybe some movement, maybe some stillness. But just notice how that felt. And then switching to bringing the left arm and shoulder as close to the right knee as we can. And trying to come all the way down. So if you need to bring a pillow or something underneath you to bring the ground to you, rest your head if possible, your shoulder, and then try to open the chest. Try to push into your right fingertips. Might take another breath. And then start to move again. Lift up, come back into your tabletop. If you do have a pillow to use, maybe bring it closer to you. You can either bring your knees wide or together, and then we'll just tip forwards and rest our forehead. Maybe it's on top of something. Maybe it's on the ground. This might be child's pose, or you might have your knees together. But tip forwards. Rest your forehead. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Feel the sensations flowing throughout your back. All the way down your arms, your leg. Just feel your belly moving as you breathe. Maybe you'll be staying here a little bit longer. Maybe you'll be lifting up and sitting down. And if you've got a pillow, you might bring your legs over top of it, so it's under your knees. And you might just take a little sway side to side. And then eventually laying down on your back. And maybe your pillow is still under your knees. You can place your arms at your side. Feel your back against the ground. It's you and your breath. In Shavasana. For as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, namaste.